Hello mindful foodies, Inga from Health Origins here. So today, a mind-blowing recipe. I'm going to be showing you how to make healthy vegan shortbread cookies with no butter and no refined sugar. So let's begin. So this is super simple. You need 3/4 of a cup of ground almonds. So in it goes 1/4 of a cup of brown rice flour. It goes in. Then 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, just that little bit. Mix all that up. So literally this is no butter, no oil, no refined sugar, because for sweetener we're going to use maple syrup. So now we're going to start adding maple syrup. We're probably going to need about 3 tablespoons, but we'll start with a couple. So we'll add 2 tablespoons to start with. And mix it. So our goal is to get to this kind of clumpy dough where it's actually sticking together. So I'll add one more because you can see it's not sticking together as of yet. So mix that. And now, as you can see, it's starting to really stick together. Yeah, so fairly nicely. So now you could use your clean hands to see if it actually forms, and yeah, it's perfect. So it's forming a dough now. So just gather it all in a bowl. You don't want it too wet, so this is just perfect when it's sticking and staying together, but it's not too wet on the hands, so this is great. So now we've got our dough ball, and we need to get a couple of pieces of parchment paper and roll this out. So I've got 2 pieces of parchment paper. So I'm going to place my dough, I'll flatten it slightly. I'm going to place my dough on one sheet. And then cover with the other one. And I'm going to roll it out. So I've got my rolling pin, and then just carefully roll it out evenly. You want it fairly thin, but not too thin, so that you can still handle it to put it in the baking tray. So let's have a look. So yeah, so you probably want it about 1 or 2 millimeter thick. Just try to have it as even as you can. So that looks good. Now I've got just a simple circular cookie cutter. You could use whatever shapes you want, and then just cut out shapes out of this. And here I've got a baking tray lined with some more parchment paper, and I'm gonna just place my cookies carefully into it. So these are quite kind of quite pliable, so you might wanna use something like a spatula. So anything that is pretty flat that you could kind of place under and lift your cookies onto the sheet without obviously distorting or breaking them. So there you go. And then you could gather these end bits together and roll out some more and do some more. So just repeat the process. So I've got these all ready now, and I'm going to be placing these in 160 degrees Celsius oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. So my cookies are done. I've baked these for about 23 minutes. So, you know, the longer you bake it, then they become a bit harder. So I'm going to just transfer these to cool on my wire rack. And we're gonna taste test these. So now to the fun part of this experiment is actually taste testing these shortbread cookies. So let me break one up. So it's not crunchy as such, it's a little bit chewier, but let's give it a go. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I think you might want, because I can taste where the edges baked a little bit more. It's actually a little bit crunchier in the middle, where it baked a little bit less, it's more chewy. So perhaps give it about 25 minutes in the oven. Experiment, but the taste is really delicious. It's incredible. Just 4 ingredients for these healthy shortbread cookies. This is definitely a keeper, and you can dip these in chocolate, dark chocolate if you want. You could decorate it with icing. I'm going to be using these as a base to make my healthy vegan Samoa cookies, so that's like a vegan version of Girl Scout cookies. Once I make this for you, I'll link above and down below. But yeah, if you liked my video, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought of the cookies if you try them. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and subscribe for more videos and vegan experiments and recipes, as well as weight loss tips on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And as always, remember, food is fuel, so be mindful of what you put in the body. Until next time.